I'm Todd Petty. I'm a professor of aquatic sciences. I'm in the Wildlife and Fisheries Resources program. I teach classes in freshwater ecology and river ecology, as well as a class in fisheries management. So a lot of things having to do with water.
I'm John Keefe. I spend most of my days as an editor on the data news team at WNYC Public Radio in New York City. And also I'm very interested sort of on the side in DIY maker kind of computery things, making everything from cat toys to water sensors. And I actually thought that the best way to do this class would be to use a new DIY almost sensor, cheap water sensor. It's only, right now it's like $80. It's going to be even cheaper once you can mass produce it. But it just makes it so simple for anybody to check out the conductivity, the temperature of a stream or a river, and maybe be an early warning system for pollutants in the water.
When we were doing Streamlab and looking at the sensors and sort of educating ourselves within the class, our original impetus for that was the chemical spill in Charleston, but it was like opening up a Pandora's box of issues about water, not just in our state, but nationwide, and realizing the sort of precariousness of water quality and the security of water quality. When the crisis happened in Flint, Michigan, it was tragic, but it also confirmed for us what we were really seeing, even just trying to investigate issues of looking at water quality in this state. So it's been a real eye-opener, but it also really points the way to the power of some of these emerging technologies, potentially, maybe not now, but in the future, and of community engagement and being part of how we look at water quality and security in our communities.
This Gatorade bottle with this little board in it that slides right in the mouth of the bottle they put it in a cinder block. The challenge was to keep it secure in the water, so they actually mounted it inside a cinder block, and they just tossed it in, and we're gonna pull it out tomorrow. It's writing every 10 minutes. It's writing the conductivity, the temperature, and the time onto a little memory chip, a little SD card. And we'll pull it out and see, A, did it stay dry? Did it work? And B, did it take readings? And can we see the temperature and conductivity change even over 24 hours?
But there's a reason, there's more than one reason at least, why there are so many electrical power producing facilities in West Virginia. We're close to coal, which is the predominant fuel source for those, but also they're lined along the rivers. The rivers are essential in power production and the production of steam that ultimately produces the electricity. And it depends on the facility, but some facilities are more efficient than others. But the typical ratio that people look at is it takes about 80 pounds of water for every pound of coal to produce electricity.
Well, working in we call innovation environment, I've come to hate that word, is not for the faint of heart. Because every day you're sort of doing something unknown and new to you, also new to your students. And so it requires a lot of trust among all of the participants and leaps of faith. You kind of have to dispel students' concerns right off the bat about grades. And what you have to talk about is that you're grading different kinds of things. You're not grading, oh, did you master a skill set? Or do you know a particular vocabulary? You're grading more for mindsets, like are you willing to show up and experiment? And are you willing to advance the project with new ideas? And so it's a different set of metrics. But if everybody buys into it, actually it's a lot of fun.